Okay, I already told you guys that I'm gonna review it faster if it's a duplicate. That it's good. I think it's good. We're speeding up now because we've seen a lot now. Spec, swiftness. You have the barrage enhancement. So swiftness, spec. You're missing a little bit of crit, but you have the firepower enhancement to cover it up. Probably put swiftness a little bit on crit side instead of the swiftness side. Because what so basically what the barrage build does is you go into turret mode and then you spam all your skills on turret mode. You basically don't move. So you don't really need swiftness. You're basically on a turret. But there's two different builds too. It depends what relic set you're going as well. Can a turret get knocked off the stage? Nope. Master Tenacity, Mayhem, Cursed Doll. Perfect. This is the most efficient build I've ever seen today on a Berserker. He's not pushing for damage. This is a Berserker with a brain right now. I'm not saying you got the other guys didn't have a brain, but I'm just saying no unga bungas, okay? Damn, mean. Sorry. Guys, I literally reviewed 93 things. Give me a break, dude. You can have Rencor, but I was worried that he would die a lot on Valton, and it's not gonna be good because people are gonna be flaming the shit out of you if you keep dying. So this is the most efficient penalty-less engraving, 3 engravings that you could go for, and you have enough swiftness and you have enough crit. So what would I add here? I would add another super efficient engraving for Mayhem Berserker, which is, what do you think, guys? What do you think? Give me a guess. Because it's a high swiftness. And if you transform, you get movement speed too. Raid Captain, see? There you go. You guys are smart. Master Tenacity, Mayhem, Cursed Doll, Raid Captain. Perfect. And more and less damage as well. When you're lower than 50% HP. Great. Now this guy is ready to play. You are definitely ready. If you die though, okay. If you die and the other guys with Grudge don't die, I hate to break it to you, but it's the mechanical skills. Expertise! Lightning Fury! What is this? Good thing you hide your name, because I would have blacklisted you. Remove this Lightning Fury, remove this increased mass, and I will put Raid Captain and put crit specs. Crit spec. Crit combat stats. Oh my god, I talk way too much today. No, you don't really need Grudge with, like, you can go Grudge if you want to, but you don't really need it. But Raid, if you don't like Grudge, go Raid Captain. Spirit Resolution, Raid Captain, Demonic Impulse, crit spec, okay? You need level 3 Demonic Impulse, the most important engraving for Shadowhunter. You don't need to go increase mass. Don't try to get any engraving. Try to get, like, it's okay to have 2 engravings. It really is. You don't have to worry about, like, the NA players need to change the fact that going 4-3s is not like you have to go 4-3s. It makes sense because it's the easiest thing to look at. It's your combat stats more important, your tripods are more important, right? And your gems are important too. So you have the gems. So if it's Grudge and Demonic Impulse level 3-3, that's actually pretty good. It's not bad. It is not bad. But people tend to go for level 3 engravings, they push for it, and they usually get minuses. They usually get combat stats like janked up. They usually can't invest into other things. Instead, I would rather get a solid 3-3-3 and invest on different things like, you know, legendary engravings or gems, right? Or tripods, you know, etc. Balton hard on release, people shy, but I fear that my engravings may not be good enough. Okay, let's see if your engravings are not good enough. Valton hard on release, huh? Let's see. What are you? Yeah, I think this is good enough. For Valton hard? Yeah, I think it's fine. Let me tell you the truth, right? The reason why you go higher spec is because you expect someone to die in Valton. So if no one dies and cycle their skills on cooldown, you can beat them with 2 engravings. So if there are... So here's the thing. If you have 2 engravings, you need 8 Sane Tones. Well, technically 6 Sane Tones because they're DPS. If you guys can play like Sane Tone and me on Valton, you can beat it with 2 engravings. But it's mathematics. Guys, it's mathematics. See, calculate it. Okay, look. Go to Trixion and cycle your DPS on the dog, and you have the DPS, right? You add all that DPS and calculate it with Valtin's HP, because HP bar's there. And the little that you know, most DPSs, you have enough as long as 6 people are actually cycling the skill as if you're hitting the scarecrow. The game's designed for you to beat it if you're cycling your skills on every cooldown, you're hitting every skills, and you're dodging everything, and then you're playing it well. So this is fine, but you have to play well. If this is fine, okay. If you don't cycle your skills enough, if you die, it's impossible for you to beat it. Like I can say it straight up. If you die, if any one of your teammate die during the fight and everyone has a similar build, you can't beat it. Like there's no way. There's not enough DPS left, because Valtin gives you about 12 to 13 minutes and 3 minutes on the ghost phase. Okay, crit, swiftness. I think you have too much crit. I think you have too much crit, and then you have increased mass at the same time. So so this build you have, it's backwards actually. So your engraving is backwards to your combat stats. It should be 452 crit and then 1395 swiftness. It's backwards. So I think you need more crit, because you went Spirit of Sorcerer anyway. So put all this into crit. You need a lot of crit for ignition, because ignition's a keen blunt already, and if you don't have the crit to cover it up, it's not really good. You need some swift for double meteor, yes, but the thing is, it's hard to push for double meteor when you have, like, don't try to get so many things at once. It's better to focus on 1 or 2 things instead of trying to get everything done. The problem is, if you see the Koreans build, like, they're doing all these things, right? And when they're doing all these things, the problem is, oh, I want to do all of that. But the thing is, you really can't, because you're missing a lot of the stuff. In this case, you're missing a lot of crits, so you may see a lot of white numbers. If you land like 10 Doomsdays, it should crit almost like 9 of them. So here we go. So this is swiftness and crit. So this is probably either 1 spender or first intention. First intention, yeah, I was right. So keen blunt. So keen blunt, using keen blunt on the first intention, it kind of works if you have the crit and you have the Wind's Whisper. So it kind of works. Increased mass also works. So you have the adrenaline for 10% more crit. So your keen blunt kind of works. And since you have you probably have the Argos crit set as well, so it kind of works. So keen blunt is definitely efficient. You don't have the grudge, so that's fine. I don't like this attack reduction, but you know, that's fine. Yeah, you can you just work on later on, if you're comfortable with beating Valtin, switch some of these engravings into grudge. Okay, so crit is fine. Keen blunt does work, but you need this as level 3, okay? And remove this attack power reduction. Guys, attack power reduction is actually really bad. The 2% doesn't feel as bad as it is, but it's 2% on everything you do. It's everything that you do, 2%. So it's actually bigger than you think. It's very annoying. So I'd rather, you know, just try to swap all the accessories as you can and get a solid 3-3-3-1 or 2-3-3-1 even. More Gunslinger. We have a lot of Gunslingers today. What is this swiftness? This is a weird build I've seen, dude. This is it's not time to hunt. That's a pretty hipster build, man. Raid Captain Gunslinger, huh? I think you need to change it back. Unless you can play time to hunt with this, actually. No, your spec should be swiftness, and your swiftness should be crit. And remove Raid Captain, Hitmaster, Adrenaline. You can have Grudge if you want. Grudge is fine. And level 1 Peacekeeper. Let me look at it again. So you have enough crit on the shotgun anyway, because you have 20, you have 10, and then you have the Argos. But imagine you're swapping away from Argos anyway. If he plays right, he will do enough damage. And because you have enough spec, you have the swiftness, you have a low animation cooldown, so it makes it safer, etc. Yep. It sounds fun. But later on, when you swift away from Argo set, you'll be playing differently. I like your take though. I like this hipster take though, but there's a reason why most people don't do it. Crit spec, Grudge, Berserker's technique, Curse Doll, Awakening. So you guys go. Who's telling you to go Awakening for Berserker's technique? And let me tell you why Awakening is bad. Think about it this way: you go to level 3, you get level 3 Awakening. Your Awakening is down to 2 minutes instead of 4. That means you can use your Awakening every 2 minutes. How many times you will be using your Awakening on a Valton fight or a Lugaro fight or a Argos fight? I think it's 3 times. So you gotta use Awakening 3 times, or you gotta go something like that gives 16% damage or 20% damage on Grudge. Are you going to do that? Or are you going to increase your damage by 20% for the whole fight? Or are you going to use Awakening 3 times instead of 2? I think the answer is obvious. But you have Awakening because if you go on the Dominion build for the Relic set, Berserker's technique, level 1 Berserker's technique, Grudge, Curse Doll, I think that's fine. And maybe you can have Ambush Master, that's fine. But you know, something, you can have Keen Blunt. And look, you can have a Raid Captain too. Why do you think you go Raid Captain? Why do you think go Raid Captain? If you transform, you get movement speed. If you have a lot of spec, you can gather a bunch of meters as well. But there are builds that you could go Awakening because you have you can get a set where you activate the gear set. Just needs to come out to explain, because you guys don't have the gear. That's why you guys don't understand. When you guys see the gear, you will understand. Heavy armor. Oh, we have another heavy armor blue Gunlancer. Ah! Giga tank. Oh, you have a Holy Knight too. Spirit of Absorption. You need expert. You need another heavy armor. Oh, wait. He read heavy armor legendary engraving. Oh no. What? You spent a lot of money, my friend. Peacemaker type heavy armor. Oh no. I don't even know where to start. Nah, guys, don't flame. So this is fine, I think. This build's fine. I think you need to remove heavy armor for your Gunlancer. Well, you can go with heavy armor if you want, but you're not gonna die though. This should be adrenaline. Your heavy or Curse Doll. Your heavy armor should be Curse Doll or adrenaline. And for your Paladin, it should be expert. One of these should be expert, and it should be heavy armor, should be expert. Alright. Crit spec expertise. You can remove this engraving. Supercharge, Grudge, Curse Doll. Wait, where's your class engraving? Oh. Okay. Don't flame, guys. Just listen to me carefully, okay? You need to swap this expertise into all spec. Your crit is fine, okay? Supercharge, Grudge, and your Curse Doll. Okay, remove either Grudge or Curse Doll. You need to swap into remaining energy, or you can make this Ambush Master into Surge. It depends on what you want to play, because I don't know what you want to play right now. Let me see if he's wrote it. Hello, my name is Kevin. Goes trying to get better gameplay gear, etc. See? Don't be flaming Kevin, guys. He's just trying his best, okay? Leave my boy Kevin alone, okay? He's trying hard. He had the cat costume too. He is trying to get better, okay? He's trying to get better. So Kevin, if you like remaining energy, you go remaining energy. Let me see your skills. Soul Observer, Moonlight Sonic, Maelstrom, Void Strike. It seems like you want to play remaining energy. You should get level 3 remaining energy instead of Grudge or Curse Doll. Choose that and you should be Gucci. Make sure your expertise is in your specialization. And then go, oh wait, I don't have enough money. Supercharge and remaining energy only. You can go from there even. Because you're 1377. Even that is good enough. And then having level 3 Grudge or level 3 Crystal for a solid 333, and then you're ready for Velton. Okay? Yeah. Side focus, Surge, Grudge, Disrespect. Okay. Yep. Crew Fighter, Damage Dealt. Yep. Guys, this is not a wrong build, by the way. This is not a wrong build. I bet your Surge message is crit, please. I would change this into Adrenaline, though. I would change this Disrespect to Adrenaline. Because if you want to crit, you gotta wish that you're gonna crit. So this looks good, man. I like to play MMO since I'm very young. I also really like Lostark so far. My goal is just to play alone, the patch, and have fun. Why does every young players have this kind of like a paper bag thing? When he says he's very young, this shows how young he is. You can tell by the skin, dude. I mean, no boomers do this transmog. It's the closest thing to a Roblox cosplay. It's good though. It's good. I love it. So Spec, I mean, he's doing it fine. Look at this, man. He got the specs correct. Guys, if he was super young, he would have crit, spec, domination, endurance, and expertise, dude. And just a little bit on swiftness. He's not that young, okay? Holy shit! Wait, you say you were young though? How are you? What? This is actually even good for Vehicus hard. This is a solid build. I'm actually impressed. The build actually doesn't cross-reference the skin you have. Now you should don't worry about your build. Worry about your mechanical skills to beat Velton and Vehicus in the future, man. You're good. I need you to do so. Your crit and spec is fine, but you don't use two. Maybe he had an extra. That's why. You don't use Awakening either. You're missing so much DPS right now. You need Grudge, right? You need Grudge for sure. And you can also put Precision Dagger if you want. So Grudge, Precision Dagger works too. You can put it that way. So doesn't Robust Awakening 3 to spam Spirit Bombs though? Like spam what? Every 2 minutes? Yep. Good skills. Wait, what language is this? Verfleche Puppe, Barricade, Mr. Comprehensive. Wow, the class name for German is Pistolenzier. Okay, so your spec and crit is good, but blue Gunlancers don't use Mr. They don't use that, okay? They don't use Master of Brawl. So this would be Grudge. Read out the bottom one. Wait, what? Angry strong. I'm sorry guys. I try my best on my German, dude. I'm sorry. If I offended any of the German guys, I apologize. Stabilized status. Supercharge, curse stall, remaining energy. So this is good, but if you get hit once, by the way, your stabilized status goes to 0, okay? This is the only problem. I'd rather have this as Grudge, because if you get hit once, this turns to 0. Grudge, if you get hit once, you can use potions. Guys, it's the same thing. Using stabilized status and Grudge is literally the same thing, but Grudge gives you 4% more. Don't be too scared about Grudge, guys. Because if you get hit with stabilized status, this thing turns to 0. Heavy armor. So crit, swiftness is good. I might move a little bit more swiftness to crit. But, I mean, this is totally fine in terms of, this is totally fine. Mayhem, Curse Stall, Master's Tenacity. So this is already fine. Oh, thank you for your sub. So these 3 are already fine, okay? And then you have heavy armor on top of this. What does that mean? I have enough DPS for Velton, and I want to increase my survivability. And I agree to this. And I think I'm okay with this. If you want to increase your damage, you turn that heavy armor into Raid Captain. I don't disagree with heavy armor at all, because if you live, you will do damage. If you die, you don't do damage. I'd rather have you survive and fight Velton longer because you will get better at the game the more you fight. That's what experience is. Scrapper, crit is higher, swiftness is a little lower. This means you're a taijutsu. Yep, your gems are good. I like your card. Your card set's totally fine, but you can use the HP card set if you want. And the reason why you use this card set because the effectiveness of the recovery items, you're negating the curse stall debuff a little bit. Yep, that's good. That's a good idea. Your tripods are good. Yep, you're using judgment. You don't really need to use judgment though. I rather use the punishing strike than judgment actually, because the reason why is since you have a crit build, you cycle skills a lot slower. That means you're gonna have enough yellow energy. You use judgment if you don't have enough yellow energy that recovers, and this is usually for swift build. The reason why you take away judgment is because death rattle does the maximum damage if you have full shock energy. Sometimes you don't have the full shock energy if you use judgment. That's the problem. Okay, so to make death rattle more efficient, taking off judgment is actually more better. But for full swiftness build, they don't take out judgment. They take judgment because the skill cycle is much faster, so that their energy regeneration is slower. Nice, Sharpshooter. So crit 1399 and 469. You're trying to get 2. You're trying to get double engraving. Wow, how did you even get this? Here's the problem though. You think this is very strong, right? But if one of them is a grudge, that's stronger. You notice they have a 3-3, right? They have a 3-3-3-3, but you notice there's a 3 and a 3 and a 3. They just choose one, correct? And the reason why they're doing this, right? They're doing this is because focusing on one thing is actually fine. Trying to get the double class engraving, you're actually pushing it. You're building the pyramid backwards. The reason why double class engraving is efficient because you have Grudge, Hitmaster, and Keen Blunt to back it up. These two are more like the damaging, but like it's more of like a utility plus damage increase. And for Royal Companion, it is like a utility engraving, but you can use all of this for just to spamming skills as well. So if you are getting this before having like a Grudge and like Hitmaster to back up your base damage, you're going to have a problem. So you may lack a little bit of damage. So for example, if you go Death Strike or Loyal Companion and have Grudge and Hitmaster instead, that's more damage. You're trying to get the crit in there, right? So this is good, but it's just more it's more utility based, but you're going to be lacking a little bit more damage. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, that's good. I don't want you to rebuild your stuff, okay? Because it said that you got a Keen Blunt weapon and 6 precision dagger rock, so you wanted to build around it. This is correct. So what this guy has done was he carved a really good rock and he built around it. And I think that's a legitimate reason to build around your class. Since Argos gives you guaranteed class engraving, he just put 3-3, 3-3, 3-3. He just divided it with a decent amount of stuff. So that's what he did. It is good enough for Valton. It is good enough for Valton Heart, and I think so too. This finishes it, man. I didn't know I could finish all of it. You should do more of these. Tired. When's the next review? So I'm going to post another YouTube comment about it with a better format. You guys giving the feedback is very good. You said it was good, right? Like it's not bad, right? Because I felt that it could feel more repetitive. It feels like maybe it could feel more repetitive. Maybe it was too long for some people. Honestly, I was just concerned that this was too long, receptive for you to more than anything. Yeah, I kind of, after I did the 100, I was like, man, should I just say that, hey guys, I think 100 is a little too much. I think I'm gonna go. I was gonna say it, but I kind of felt bad for someone who submitted more. So I just had to read. Next time I could say something like, this is good, boom. This is good, boom. This is good, boom. It's like, maybe you could do the review on Valton Checkpoint. Boom. 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 Wait. Hello, I'm from Indonesia. My ghosts enjoy play this game. Gunslinger West NA Rohenda. What does this mean? He didn't link. Oh no. Sorry guys. Sorry bro. Oh. He submitted it twice. And this is the file. See users. The pictures build Gunslinger. Oh no. Oh no, Hudam. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, Hudam. Next time I'm gonna make this response a little easier for you.